Welcome back, Mystery Seekers, to a new Hidden Tapes episode. I'm your host, Taylor Dahl, and today I'm going to be talking to you about some mysterious weather phenomena, some of which may be responsible for some of the disappearances we talk about this season, and others are just mysterious because we hadn't known a whole lot of information about them until recently. Without further ado, let's dive in. The first weather phenomena I want to talk about are waterspouts. These high-speed vortexes form between bodies of water in the clouds above, and they may look like tornadoes made of water, when in fact they're not actually made of water, it's just water vapor that's been sucked into the tunnel of the spout. On average, they're about 150 feet in diameter and have wind speeds of about 50 miles per hour. Typically less intense than the average tornado. However, waterspouts still can reach speeds much faster and be much larger, and can cause some serious damage. In fact, they probably could take down some small aircraft, like helicopters or maybe 2 or 4 passenger airplanes, as well as capsizing smaller boats, or even if the passengers had no idea what they were looking at and were terrified enough, it could cause them to abandon their ships. Honestly, this could be tied back into some of our mysterious disappearances from the Bermuda Triangle that I talked about in my last Hidden Tapes episode. You thought water tornadoes were bad? Well, let's move into our next strange weather. Fire devils. Some seriously unlucky stars have to align for these tornadoes of flame to be born. This terrifying and dangerous weather can occur when a wildfire starts to create its own wind, and then the swirling vortex of flame kicks up. They can reach temperatures of 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit, speeds of 120 mile per hour winds, and even last for up to 20 minutes. The most destructive example of a fire devil that I could find happened in Japan in 1923. It was a horror story of natural disasters. An earthquake struck. It was the Great Kanto earthquake, actually, and it caused gas lines to rupture, and this, in combination with the earthquake, created a 300-foot tall fire devil. It also created a 40-foot tall tsunami. Earthquake, tsunami, fire devil, all in one day in Japan. 150,000 people are said to have died, and over 30,000 of them are said to have been killed by the fire devil. It's absolutely insane. The third mysterious weather I wanted to talk about are fog tsunamis or cloud waterfalls. It's a terrifying sight. What looks to be an indescribably huge wave rushing towards you. Only it's not liquid water, it's water vapor. Huge waves of fog. In terms of size and shape, they greatly resemble the large sandstorms that we get in Arizona called haboobs. If you've never looked those up, they're terrifying. They block out the sun, and you don't really know what's going on. But with fog tsunamis, the only real danger is the lack of visibility once you're inside of one. So honestly, it looks terrifying, but I think it's really a gorgeous piece of mysterious weather that is probably the only one on this list that I wouldn't mind witnessing in real life. The final mysterious weather phenomena that I wanted to talk about is one that I wasn't even sure if I could talk about, because there's not really any evidence that it exists besides numerous first-hand accounts. Sounds a whole lot like UFOs or Bigfoot, but it's always intrigued me since I first heard about it. I'm of course talking about the rumored ball lightning. For centuries, people have given details to experiences with orbs of light that they've seen that have been floating through the sky, or even many of the stories have them floating through windows into their homes, bouncing around, hovering, eventually dissipating or crashing into furniture, causing slight damage. There's a whole lot of different takes on what people have experienced with ball lightning, but we have basically no footage of it. Ball lightning is said to occur during thunderstorms, and they are supposed to be orbs of only a few inches in diameter. They've been known to come in various colors, and interestingly, they move incredibly slow. They just kind of like, are supposed to just kind of float on by, mostly moving horizontally. Sometimes they'll move vertically or back and forth, is from reports. But that's what really intrigues me, is if they move so slow, why are there no real good footage of them? Like, there's one choppy, indistinguishable video that was taken in China, but it doesn't even look like ball lightning. So that's what really throws me off, is it's such a intriguing sight, and if it moves so slow, you'd think there would be footage of it by now. But there are a lot of reports, and it really intrigues me. So honestly, I do hope that ball lightning is real, and that there's some good footage of it someday. But for now, it's just kind of a rumor, and I guess we'll see where it goes. It'll either be proven correct, or it'll just be a rumor for eternity. I hope you enjoyed talking about the mysterious weather phenomena that really caught my attention recently, and we'll be back next week with a new Season 4 episode with your host, Nate. So we'll see you then. Bye.